Welcome to That Girl Club. We're your hosts, Christina and Katarina, and we're here to empower you on your journey to becoming that girl in every aspect of your life. Join us as we dive deep into inspiring conversations with influential entrepreneurs and experts, sharing their insights and strategies to help you thrive. From navigating the struggles of womanhood to launching your dream business and everything in between, we've got you. So buckle up. You are about to discover what it really means to be that girl. Welcome to the club.
Are you on a journey to become your best self in 2025? Well, the co-founders of That Girl Club want to help you achieve this milestone with some tips on how to be that girl in 2025. Please welcome co-founders of That Girl Club. We have Christina Purdy and Katarina Polito-Pololis. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, tell us why you wanted to create this club.
So we really wanted to create this club to just really create a community and platform for women to just share their unique stories, right? We really believe that when we share our unique stories and experiences, this is how we form connections, right? And really relate to one another, because at the end of the day, we're all just living the same reality.
It's so true.
Right?
And I love how That Girl has really elevated and changed over the years. Tell us what it means in 2025.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it used to be all about that Instagram-worthy life, right? The aesthetic, that perfect wellness routine, and everything materialistic. But in 2025, that's really shifted. So now being that girl is just being about the best version of yourself and owning that journey.
And it's more internal than it is external, it seems, in 2025.
Exactly. Yeah. It's really about that inner self-love and that real authenticity and confidence shining through, right? Wherever you're at in your journey.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay, and you have some great tips for us today that you're going to walk us through. So the first thing you say, commit to your non-negotiables. What do you guys mean by this?
So committing to your non-negotiables is really about making those promises to yourself and keeping them, right? Following through on them. So everyone's non-negotiables will look different. So we really encourage everyone to, take some time to sit down with yourself and really think about, what are my non-negotiables this year? Maybe it's getting to the gym a couple times a week. Maybe it's making sure you're drinking enough water. Maybe it's waking up a little earlier in the morning. Whatever that looks like for you, it's really about writing them down to hold yourself accountable, or telling a friend or a family member a partner.
Doing it together. Okay, let's move on to the
Exactly.
next one. You say curate what you consume.
Yeah, so it's so essential to curate really what we let into our energy. So whether that's what you're following on social media, the friends you have around you, or the environments you're putting yourself into. So in 2025, we challenge you to do a little cleanse, do a little detox, unfollow the accounts that make you feel icky, really evaluate and be intentional about what you're letting into your energy.
I love that. That's such a good tip for all of us. Let's talk about the third one, reconnect with yourself.
So really what this means is taking that time, because in life, you know how it is. You get caught up in the everyday, the mundane, day-to-day tasks, right? And this is really about connecting to that inner soul and spirit that we all have. And you can do this by, maybe it's as simple as yoga, or, practicing some mindfulness, journaling, or really what I love to do is go back to the things that I used to love doing as a kid. So whether it's a talent or an activity, right? And going back to that, tapping back into it, and really reconnecting with your inner self.
I love that. Okay, your last tip for us today is focus on the inner and outer wellness.
Yeah, sometimes we forget one or the other,
It's true.
Both are just as important. So really, Christina and I this year are focusing on that mindfulness, the gratitude, self-care. Find an outlet, speak to a friend, maybe even a therapist. Just focus on that healing and really grounding yourself in 2025. And outer wellness as well, like stay active, move your body, but also fuel it with the right things. Limit processed foods like refined sugars, inflammatory oils. Our gut is so interconnected to our mind. So really it just all affects how we're showing up in the world and how we perform. So be a little more mindful when it comes to both of these this year.
Thank you both so much for joining us today. Where can people listen in on these conversations and hear more about your club?
Yeah, so you can find our podcast on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. So our handle is It's That Girl Club. Across all
the board,
platforms. But join in, listen into our guests and speakers that talk about these common themes that we experience as women, and just hear everyone sharing their stories on that journey to becoming the best version of themselves.
I love it. Thank you again both so much for joining us today.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, we'd really appreciate if you could like, rate, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at It's That Girl Club to stay in the loop with your girls and join us in becoming that girl. See you next Wednesday.